This lesson is on section 11.4, titled Measures of Central Tendency and Range. So the measures of central tendency are numbers that describe the center of a set of data. So the most common measures are mean, median, and mode. Range is also used to describe the set of data. So let's backtrack to probably 5th grade was the last time you guys talked about it, but we're actually going to be bringing it back here and remembering what mean, median, range, and mode are. So let's review. So mean is the sum of the data divided by the number of items in the set. Okay? I always think of like mean. Oh, that's mean. That's kind of the hardest procedure of finding that measures of central tendency and range. It kind of takes the longest. So I say that's the meanest. Median is the middle number of the data ordered from least to greatest, or the mean of the middle two numbers. So when I say median, middle. So I think of mean is mean. It's a long process. Median, middle. Mode is the number of numbers that occur most often. So I think of mode as most. Mode, most. It kind of sounds similar. So the number occurs most often. And then the range is the difference between the greatest number or the maximum number and the least number, the minimum number in the data set. So kind of range, kind of, the word tells it all. Range from the highest to the lowest, the difference between the largest number and the smallest number. So it says the ages and years of people seated at a table are 22, 18, 24, 32, 24, and 18. Find the median, mode, and range. Okay, so let's first talk about mean. Again, mean is that meanest procedure. So what we have to do is we have to add 22 plus 18 plus 24 plus 32 plus 24 plus 18. And we have to divide it by the number of people that there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. So I'm going to first add all these up first, and then I'm going to divide it by 6. When you get that, you're going to get 138. Just read it. You can get 138 divided by 6, and that's going to be 23. So 23 is our mean age. Okay, so that's kind of like the average age. So median is the middle value. So what we have to do with median is we have to order them from least to greatest. So I'm going to make 18, 18, 22, 24, 24, and 32. Again, like what I like to do is I kind of take the data, and then once I write the number, I like to cross it off. Write the number, cross it off, just so that you're making sure you're including everything. So now I'm going to cross off. I'm going to cross off one at the left and one at farthest to the right. Keep crossing out until you get in the middle. And in this case, we're going to think of, okay, what number falls between 22 and 24? Well, that's easy. 23 falls between there. So 23 is also our median. Again, so if you're given an even amount of numbers like we're given here, you have to find kind of that average or that mean between the two middle numbers. If we're given an odd amount of values, it's going to be really obvious of which one is our median. Okay, so now we have to find, so I found my mean, I found my median. My mode is my most popular number, so the number that shows up the most. And in this case, we have two numbers that show up 2 times each. So we have 18 that shows up twice, and we have 24 that shows up twice. So in this case, we have 2 modes, and that's okay. So those are the numbers that show up the most, mode, most. And then lastly, so we did mode, now we have to do range. We have to take our largest number minus my smallest number. So my largest number is 32. My smallest number is 18. So I'm going to take 32 minus 18, and I'm going to get 14 as my range. 14 years old. So that's it. Again, refer back to kind of this when deciding if it's mean, median, what mean, median, range, and mode are. Hopefully this is something that you remember from a few years ago. So that's it for there. We're going to do one more example here. It says Spencer has the following scores on 5 quizzes. So So 90, 85, 80, 75, and 90. If his teacher drops his lowest score, which of the following statements would be true? Okay. So first we have to understand that you need to find which statement would be true if the lowest score, 75, is dropped. Okay. So let's kind of read the choices. The mean would decrease, the mean would increase, the median would decrease, or the median would not change. So right here, from the choices I'm given, they're talking about mean and they're talking about median. So let's go ahead and kind of solve for the mean and the median. We have to solve for the mean and the median with all the sets of data, and then we have to solve for it when that 75 is taken away. So let's deal with mean first. Okay, so I'm going to do 90 plus 85 plus 80 plus 75 plus 90 divided by 5. Again, do these values first, then divided by 5. So I'm going to get 84. Okay, so that's what I'm going to compare my data to. Okay, so now let's drop the 75. So if I did 90 plus 85 plus 80 plus 90, I divide it by 4 this time, okay, because I dropped that 75, I'm going to get 86.25. So because the mean increased in that example, the mean increased, so I can get rid of A. So far I think B is looking pretty good, but I don't know. I have to make sure that I can cross off C and D. So now I'm going to think of the median. Okay. So first I'm going to do the median with 75, and then I'm going to drop the 75 and see what happens. So for the median, I'll just do MED for short. I'm going to do list them in order. So I do 75, 80, 85, 90, and 90. Okay, so when I cross off, the median's 85. Okay, so now let's get rid of the 75. So now I'm left with 80, 85, 90, and 90. So in the middle between 85 and 90 is going to be 87.5 here. Okay, so since the median increased, okay, I can get rid of C because the median did not decrease, and the median did change, so I can also get rid of D. So my only answer can be B. So again, when looking at this multiple choice question, look at what the choices are asking you for. In this case, it asks us for mean or for median. So don't go ahead and find the range and the mode. That's just wasting your time. Look at what the question is asking you, and then put them in the scenarios. See what happens when the median, what happens to the median when we took away the 75, and what happened to the mean when we took away 75, and go from there. Okay? That brings me to the end of this lesson on central tendency. Again, this lesson is on all mean, median, range mode, something that you've done before in the past, but again, it's sneaking up on us again in this lesson. That brings me to the end of this lesson, and also brings me to the end of 7th grade. Hooray! Thanks for watching.